Carmela, you know that Rioja is known for red wines, right?
Yep.
Well, people in the know, the cool people, are starting to figure out that they make some killer white wines in Rioja as well.
Oh, wow. Of course, you knew that.
Yeah, I'm just finding that out. Today, we tasted and reviewed 2 white Rioja wines focused on the grape Viura, and without spoiling it too much, they're freaking good.
Winners.
Yeah, so keep listening, and we'll tell you all about it, and we'll tell you how to be the hero of your next dinner party.
Nice.
Hello, fellow pear pals, and welcome to the Wine Pair Podcast. I'm Joe, your sommelier of reasonably priced wine, and this is my wife and my wine pairing partner in crime, Carmela.
Hi there.
And we are the Wine Pair.
Woohoo!
If you're new to our podcast, here's what we do. Every week, we buy 2 wines under $25 with our own money. We taste them, and we give you our brutally honest review on whether they're worth buying. Nobody pays us to review specific wines. We don't accept free bottles from wineries, and we're not afraid to call out a bad wine when we taste one. Decanter Magazine calls us fun, irreverent,
Chatty,
and entertaining. So if that sounds like your vibe, welcome to our tribe of wine lovers.
No, but you said pear pals.
Yeah, that was not from me.
I like it.
Oh, see, that's why she liked it. It's
Yeah.
from Gus. It was from listener
nice
Gus.
job, Gus.
Way to go, Gus. Thanks for the name. And keep the tribe names coming. We got a whole bunch from Timmy. Timmy is coming through. And then if you want to, we'll ask you if you want to be on the pod.
Awesome.
Okay, Carmela, today we are talking about white Rioja wines. Now, it may surprise some of our listeners and you, Carmela, that there is such a thing as white Rioja wines.
Mind blown.
Yeah, exactly, because the wine we are most familiar with from Rioja are red wines that are centered on the great wine grape Tempranillo. But we are here to tell you that there are some great wines being made in the Rioja area of Spain that are white, or as the Spanish would call them, Rioja Blanco.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Now, the main grape in white Rioja is Viura, which the Spanish sometimes call Viura, but it's V-I-U-R-A.
I get that.
So you can call it either. I'll let you call it either today.
Okay.
Now, it does go by another name that some of you may or may not be familiar with called Macabeo.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yeah, and it's actually a very important grape in the great Spanish sparkling wines called cava.
Oh, yes.
So we'll spend some time talking about Viura or Viura in more depth in a few minutes. But first, let's talk a bit more about white Rioja in general so we can get kind of acclimated.
Okay, I like that.
Right?
I like that. I'm very excited about
Get
this.
into it. Get into it a little bit.
Anything white wine, especially when it's like, don't give the red wine all the credit.
That's right.
Like, bring in a little white.
Exactly. Expand your wine horizons, people.
Right.
Okay, there are actually, Carmela, 9 indigenous grapes, including Viura, that are allowed in Rioja Blanco. And there are also 3 international or foreign grapes that are allowed too. So the 9 indigenous grapes are Macabeo or Viura, as we've
Macarena.
said.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Macarena, often referred to as the queen of the white varieties in the region. And on a side note, it has to comprise a minimum of 51% of any white blend in Rioja.
Okay.
So there you go. Another one is Malvasia de Rioja. Another one is Garnacha Blanca, which is, yes, white Grenache. Tempranillo Blanco, which, yes, is a natural mutation of the red Tempranillo grape that was discovered in 1988, so pretty recently. There's Maturana Blanca, which was recently allowed into blends, but is actually the oldest known grape variety recorded in Rioja, dating back to 1622. And then there's Torrentes de Rioja, which is a rediscovered local variety, and it's not to be confused with Torrontes, which is another Spanish grape and also Argentinian grape. They're different. This is Torrontes.
Boy, you're good. You're
Thank
really
you.
good.
My
Have
pronunciation
you been practicing all week?
a little bit, and they're probably wrong.
No, I like
Probably
it.
wrong. Now, the international or foreign grapes they allow in white Rioja are Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and Verdejo.
Okay.
Now, Verdejo is actually a Spanish grape. It's not an international grape, but it's considered foreign because it's not from Rioja,
Got it.
but they let it in. They're like, come on in. We don't mind that you're from another place.
right.
You know-
we welcome all kinds.
That's what makes us great, the melting pot of wine.
I love that.
There you go. As with most wine regions, there are rules for the blends, one of which I already mentioned. And so the rules on blending in Rioja for white wines are, again, 51% Viura. The international varieties, cannot be the predominant variety in a final blend and collectively may not exceed 49% of the wine. I guess that's kind of the same thing. If the grape varieties are listed on the label, an indigenous variety must always be listed first. So you can't put Chardonnay first. You got to put the indigenous variety first.
What happens if you do?
You get in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, you
go
got
to wine jail.
Yeah, you have to go to a wine jail where all they give you is beer. And winemakers are permitted to produce 100% single varietal wines from any of the indigenous grapes, which is meaningful today, so remember that.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because both of the wines we are drinking today are single varietal white Riojas made only from the Viura or Viura grape.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's it. So we're covering both bases today, Rioja Blanco and Viura.
They're purebreds.
Totally.
We've been thinking a lot about a dog.
And we actually want a mutt.
Yeah, we're thinking that or a mix of some kind.
We're worried about one of these dogs that we like.
Yeah, we like a couple, but Joe falls in love with every dog that he sees.
And
so.
yeah. Well, that's
anyway,
another
that's
story.
a whole
We'll let you guys know
deal.
if we get our dog.
Yeah.
Okay, just know back to Viura and White Rioja that this is one of the reasons why wines from Europe can be a little tricky to understand because many of them are named after regions like Rioja or Bordeaux or Chianti and not the grapes. And many of them are blends rather than single varietals. So this means that even if a region is known for a particular style of wine, you get a lot of variation based on the grapes in the blend. Now that seems obvious, but it does require you maybe to do some studying if you really want to know what's in the wine bottle. But that's up to you. It's up to you. It's your call. If you want to know, study up. If you don't care, just drink it.
Right. If you just want to enjoy that glass of wine, it's no problem.
You don't want to be a wine nerd? It's totally fine. Right. Okay, one more quick thing to cover, Carmela, is that there are two pretty different aging requirements in Rioja for white wines. There's Joven, Joven, or fresh wines, and they have no aging requirements. And as you would guess, they're pretty fresh and fruity. So if you see no additional information on the wine, then you can be pretty sure it's Joven or fresh. So that means that wines labeled as either Crianza, Reserva, and Gran Reserva all have aging requirements. And this is good to know because those words, especially Crianza, may fool people into thinking that they're talking about the grape or the region, but they're not. Crianza, it just means aging. So Crianza wines are aged for a minimum of 18 months, Reserva are aged for a minimum of 2 years, and Gran Reserva are aged for at least 4 years. And all of these must be aged for at least 6 months in 225-liter oak barrels.
Oh, wow.
So if you see a white Rioja with one of these names on the label, you're going to get an oaky wine. So now if you see Crianza, you know what that means.
Okay.
We should also note that traditionally, Viura has been added to Rioja Blanco blends to add freshness and acidity. And so that's what we should expect from these wines, which is just up our alley.
Right.
So on that note, we have two white Rioja wines, both made in the Joven or fresh style, both made from Viura, that we're going to taste and review today to see if we think either or both of them are worth running out and buying. But first,
you got to do our shameless plug.
Well, that is so true. So thank you for listening to us and supporting our show. And remember, we buy all the wine we taste and review every week so we can give you a real and honest reviews. And so if you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to our podcast and leave us a 5-star rating and review so we can grow listeners. We also love to hear from you, and we always respond. So you can follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at The Wine Pair Podcast. You can contact us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com, and you can sign up for our email newsletter there, which you just missed. It just came out. But if you send me a note at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com, I will hand deliver that newsletter into your email inbox. And there's some really good stuff in the newsletter today, including pictures of concerts that we've gone to, in case you're curious about that. And then you can let us know, too, about wines you want us to review, or just shoot the breeze with us. We like to chat it up. And as we do every week, we'll tell you someone we think you should recommend the Wine Pair Podcast to, because the best way for us to grow listeners is when you tell your family and friends about us. And this week, we want you to recommend us to anyone who thinks they only make red wines in Rioja, or who wants to find a new crisp white wine to enjoy as we head into summer and eating al fresco.
I love that. I mean, how do you know, though? Like, how do you find these people?
You just know them.
You just have to ask, like, start probing them, asking questions.
You just start poking them. Hey, what
are
do
you one
like?
of those people? You just think that they're only red.
Exactly.
I don't know.
You ask them.
Okay.
You know what? Be curious.
You'd be like, when they get it wrong.
Be curious. It's really an important thing.
You just ask people questions.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, Carmela, it's time to find out just what the Viura is all about, okay? Okay, so first, Viura, aka Macabeo, is believed to be indigenous to the Iberian Peninsula. That's what the section of Europe where Spain and Portugal are located is called, and specifically from the Ebro Valley in northeastern Spain. And they've done DNA studies, and they found that its parents are the Heben and Brustiano Fo grapes, neither of which I've ever heard of. And I understand that Brustiano Fo is basically extinct, and that Heben is the parent of many other grapes from that region. And so I think Heben was like getting around.
Wow.
Like
you
doing its
shouldn't.
thing. It's a grape that,
spreading rumors is not
wasn't all that it was spreading.
Whoa.
Okay, before the late 19th century, it's believed that white grapes may have been the majority in Rioja vineyards. Those were the days.
Wow.
Come on. But when the phylloxera plague devastated French wine and other European vineyards in the mid-1800s, Bordeaux winemakers came to Rioja and they were looking for red wine grapes, which triggered a major regional shift toward red grape plantings, and that's why there's a lot of red wine grapes in Rioja
just
today.
Ran them over.
They did. Wow. After phylloxera, as the region's vineyards were replanted in the early 20th century, growers favored Viura as a white grape variety in the region for two very practical reasons, Carmela.
Okay.
Do you want to know what those reasons are?
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay, one is high yields. So it has a tendency to produce large crops. And that's profitable. That's a good thing.
Right.
You want a lot of grapes.
Right.
If you're going to get...
Easy to grow, huh?
Yeah, just get a lot of grapes. And secondly, it is resistant to oxidation. So it has a natural resistance to oxidation. You're going to like this, partly due to high levels of the antioxidant resveratrol.
Oh.
And so...
What
For
is
those
that?
of you who may be curious, I'm glad you asked this.
It sounds bad for you.
No, you're going to be like...
I mean, I bet it's good, but it's resveratrol.
You're going to be so happy.
Am I going to just start buying this in bulk?
Yes,
Okay.
because resveratrol is a natural polyphenol found in grapes, red wine, and berries that acts as a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compound, and it's widely used to potentially support heart health, insulin sensitivity, reduce cancer risk, and aid longevity by protecting cells against age-related decline. So, damn it, we are going to drink a ton of Viura.
Right, we're just going to, take it through the vein.
Why are you drinking that? Because it makes me feel better.
Oh my God. And I mean, look at how much younger I am. I'm going to live forever.
Exactly.
But it's in all kinds of berries. It
I
seems.
guess.
Grapes
I'm
and
not
berries
an expert.
Okay, now I want to know more about this.
But now you know that Viura has a lot of this
Give
stuff in
it to me.
Let's go.
Buddy.
Okay, let's get back to some history.
Okay.
When the Rioja Regulating Council was founded in 1925.
Rioja Regulating Council.
I'm not making that up.
Okay.
Now, when it was founded in 1925, Viura...
Are you on the board?
I'm not. I wish I was. Viura, I would make them change their name. Viura was officially listed as one of only 3 authorized white varieties. As we mentioned earlier, in Catalonia, the grape is known as Macabeo and has been a vital backbone of cava sparkling wine since the 19th century. And the other 2 grapes are Zarello and Parellada. Now, in the mid-1960s, Viura had become so dominant that almost no other white vines were being grown in Rioja. And so in 1974, that regulating council, they stepped back in again, and they further encouraged its plantings by offering subsidies of 5 pesetas per vine. That's not a lot of money, but for farmers, it's better than nothing.
True.
So you're going to do it. And then in the 1970s, there was a major stylistic revolution in which temperature-controlled stainless steel fermentation started to be used more widely, and this allowed for the production of fresh or young Viura wines, moving away from the heavy wines, long-aged styles, etc. that had been known in the region for decades. Now, despite its historical importance, white grape plantings in Rioja fell to approximately only 5 to 7% of all the vineyards by the mid-2000s as red wine continued to dominate the market. Wow. But the variety is currently experiencing what some are calling a renaissance.
It's a comeback.
It's a comeback. So white plantings in Rioja have increased by 50% since 2015. And a lot of this is driven by international interest in fresher and less heavy white wines and growing prestige of White Rioja. Some people in the know about it.
Okay.
So look, this is what we're doing today, Carmela. This is what we're doing. We are exposing you all, that sounds dirty, but it's not. We're exposing you all to Viura and White Rioja, and we're making you cool. so that you can impress your wine nerd friends when you bust out a bottle of it.
Oh my God.
They'll be like, what is that? And you'll be like, it's a Rioja.
It's one of those things, so like they may not say that and you may just want to start in, you're like waiting, like, are you curious about this bottle? And they're like, no, really, not really.
But they're like,
no, but
why?
Wait, don't you want to know more about what we're drinking tonight? I don't think so. So you may just have to tell them. Don't wait for the answer.
You're just ruining my whole thing here. I had a whole shtick going on, and you just ruined it.
Hey,
can I get back to my bad shtick?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, again, they'll be like, what is that? They will ask that.
Those are your real friends.
Yes. And you'll be like, it's a Rioja. And then they'll be like,
they'll be great. Pour me a glass.
No, they'll be like, Rioja is red. And you'll be like, nobody. They make white Rioja too. And they'll be like, whoa. And then you'll be like, let me tell you about Viura, sometimes called Viura, because I just learned about it on this Kick podcast.
Okay.
And then you can be like king or queen of the dip.
Whoa. No, I like that. Then you should just stop.
Nerds. Yeah.
Then you should just stop because, these people might just want to enjoy, dinner and wine.
But if you have crummy friends like Carmela, they'll be like, what do you want?
They'll be like falling asleep at the table. Like, are you kidding? I didn't know I was going to have to go to school today. No, I'm teasing. I like that. You're very learned, honey.
Anyway, back to the show. I should mention that despite being the Queen of Rioja, so like Carmela is the queen of our household, the Queen of Rioja white wine grapes, it didn't always have an awesome reputation. That's not like Carmela. Carmela's always had an awesome reputation. Now, for a lot of the late 20th century, both critics and consumers considered it kind of a bland, unexciting, simple, and flabby wine, kind of like me.
No.
And then in wine, so flabby means that it just doesn't have much structure. It lacks acidity, has too much alkaline in it. Some of this was due to the fact that it was just overproduced. Remember, it produces a lot of grapes, so they just let it go.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing. I kind of
wonder, if that really is not a great thing.
It's not. But you know what? Winemakers often compare Viura to Chardonnay because it's very adaptable, that it takes on whatever character the winemaker wants, from steely and dry and fresh to powerful and structured and creamy wines when they're oaked. So something you may not know about Chardonnay is that it's not always oaky. We talk about this. Now, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, we really like Chablis, which is unoaked, but Viura is the same way. It can be oaked or unoaked, and it's going to have very different characteristics because of that.
Wow, so flexible.
It is, like me. Anyway, Viura is now seen as a gem for collectors and enophiles seeking high-quality, value-driven alternatives to white Burgundy. And its reputation has shifted toward being a gastronomic wine, which I know you don't like that term, but we appreciate it.
I don't know why. I just think it's kind of sounds dirty.
Is it
not
dirty?
No. Like kind of like yucky.
Like uncomfortable.
But also like, I don't know. Like, why are you calling like a nice dining experience? Why do you have gas in it?
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not the tronomic. It's the gas.
The gas. Like, what?
Okay, speaking of gas,
that's okay.
I think we should talk about the specific wines we're drinking today, don't you think?
Do they have gas?
I don't know.
Con gas?
I had to find some. I had to find some segue.
Okay.
Okay. As usual, the wines we have chosen for this episode are under $25, and they should be relatively easy to find because I bought them both at wine.com. Now, you're going to have to dig around a little bit to find a white Rioja. You're not going to find it on the regular grocery store shelf, and that means you'll either have to go to a larger wine store, a store that specializes in Spanish wines, or as always, you know what? Go to your local wine shop, ask the owner to help you find some, and they will be very happy to help you.
You might teach them a thing or two.
They might be like, what is that?
Right.
And you'll say, it's Rioja. And they'll be like,
listen. They might actually listen.
Rioja's red. And you'll be like, no, buddy, they also make white Rioja.
And then they might say, do you see the door? You can walk yourself right out.
This is what we got. If you don't like it.
No, I think you go in with the right kind of tact, and for sure they'll want to help you.
They will. They'll be nice to you. Not like Carmela's friends. Anyway, the first wine we're going to drink today is the 2024. Now, it's spelled CVNE. It's all capitals, but it's actually pronounced CVNE Monopole White Rioja, and it's 100%
Oh my gosh, that's
Viura.
a word? CVNE?
Well, it's funny that you ask. CVNE stands for Compañía Vinicola del Norte de España.
Oh, okay. So
it's a company.
It's a acronym or something.
Exactly. And the company was founded in 1879 in the town of Haro in Rioja. And the winery was started by two brothers. And today it's still controlled by their direct descendants.
Oh, good. I thought those two brothers were still living. And I was
No.
like, we need this wine like right away.
Yes. Remember we talked about the resveratrol?
Yes,
it
what I'm
works.
saying. If
It
those two
works.
brothers are still around,
No.
we will know.
Now, here's something for your brain box. The French architect Alexandre Gustave Eiffel, yes, of Eiffel Tower fame, designed the winery's first cellar using steel trusses.
Oh, wow.
That's
fancy.
This very wine was registered in 1915. It's
This bottle.
Yes, it's the oldest white wine registered in Spain.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, this wine did get some professional ratings. They were all behind paywalls, so I can't tell you what they were. It's kind of a bummer. Now, I will say the word seco, S-E-C-O, appears on the label, and it doesn't mean sweet. It means dry in Spanish. That's an important thing to know.
Good to know. Yeah.
Now, there was a tech sheet for the wine, so what I can tell you is they hand harvest the grapes, they cold macerate the wine on its skins for 8 hours before they ferment, which sounds like a long time to macerate. But it's intended to help get some texture and aromas on the juice. Carmela just gave me the most disgusted face. Then they press the grapes and ferment in stainless steel tanks using only free-run juice. You can think of free-run juice the same way you think of first press in an olive oil. It's the first, it's the best, it's right. So free run juice. Okay. The winery also noted some challenging conditions in the growing season and the harvest for this wine, and they ended up with one of the smallest harvests they've ever had, but that the grapes were excellent.
Okay.
So there you go, a little bit of both.
Quality,
and then,
not quantity.
That's exactly. It's what I keep trying to tell you. There's no oak on this wine, so it should be crisp and fruity.
Nice.
The next wine we're going to taste and review is the 2024 Sierra de Tolono Rioja Blanco. And this one's going to be a little different because they do use a little bit of oak on it, Carmela. We'll get to that in a second. But it'll be fun to compare these two. The other thing I'll note is this wine is pretty low in alcohol at 11.5%. The first one's 13%. So I'm really curious about how different they are. This wine got 2 strong ratings of 92, one from The Wine Advocate, which I'm kind of meh about, but another one from Vinous, which I tend to agree with. So 92 is a very high rating. The winery makes the wines using indigenous yeasts. The grapes are 100% destemmed. They ferment 90% of the wine in stainless steel at a low temperature, and then they put 10% in French oak. So it's some oak, it's not a lot of oak, it's going to have a little touch in that. And the winemaker specifically says she wants the wines fresh and not oaky. So there you go. They also keep the wine on the lees, which again is the dead yeast that's left over from fermentation. And so that should add some creaminess to the wine, maybe a little bit of funk as well. And they say the wine is silky. So I think that's where the oak is coming from as well. The oak and the lees. They want a silky wine. The winery says they biodynamically farm their vineyards. They try to use minimal intervention. The winemaker is a woman named Sandra Bravo, and she worked in France and New Zealand and Italy and Priorat in Spain before making her way to Sierra de Tolono, and she says Priorat really influenced her, and I just mentioned that because we think Priorat is a really underrated wine region in Spain, but that's a side note. But Carmela, I think that's enough information. I think we should drink these wines.
Let's do it.
And let our listeners see what we think.
Yeah.
So,
or hear.
Or hear, right. You won't see it unless you go to our website, which we do have a website, by the way.
Right.
But if you have a White Rioja or a Viura or a Spanish white wine or any wine you want to drink along with us, please do. And let us know if you agree with our tasting notes.
Right.
We appreciate that.
Cheers.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back and we're ready to try our first wine. This is the CVNE, C-V-N-E, but it's pronounced CVNE Monopole. It's from Rioja, Spain. It's a 2024. It was $14.97 at wine.com, so that's a great price. 13% alcohol, 100% Viura, and I couldn't find any professional ratings or Vivino. Remember, I said there were some, but I just couldn't get to them. They were behind a paywall. But let's talk first, before we even talk about the color, let's talk about the bottle.
Cool. It's a very slender, tall bottle that almost looks like it's a half bottle.
Yeah, it's like one of those all sauce or like German, like a Riesling bottle almost. It's very pretty, very elegant.
Like it.
Okay, let's talk about the color of the wine.
It's pretty light.
It's light, straw. It's like a sunshine yellow.
Yeah, it's sunshine. I like kind of like our day today.
That's right. We have a very pretty
marigold,
weather. Marigold.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that. I don't think we've ever used that term before.
Yeah, it was just making me think of spring and flowers. And May. And
it's May. Okay, well, let's smell it and see what we think.
Okay.
Fruity.
Nice. Definitely fruity. Apple. For sure. Kind of a green apple, like a Granny Smith.
It's getting apple and pear for sure. Maybe, again, a white peach that I don't know what a white peach is, but...
You just like to say it. I mean, I agree. White peach, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it has sort of that nectarine, peachy smell on it.
Almost has a little creaminess, like I almost smell a little creaminess.
Like vanilla-y, or is it more?
I was going to say vanilla.
So even almost like a car freshener. Yeah, vanilla though. I am getting some vanilla.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. It smells like a nice, fresh wine. Should we taste it and see what we think? Okay. It's really nice. It's very
nice.
Fruity, fresh. But what I like, it's got a little bit of mineral on the end. Like it's got a little bit of seashell, a little bit of rock. A little bit of licking a stone on the end of it. I like it a lot.
And I'm also getting some acidity like from a grapefruit.
Ooh.
A little bit on the end of it. Because it does have that kind of that fresh, like you're biting into an apple taste. But there's a bitterness at the end that you don't get on an apple.
Yeah, I like that. I think a little lime or lemon on there. But you said grapefruit. I like that.
A little bit of grapefruit.
I like that. I think there is a citrusy kind of like that tangy citrus on it.
It's good. It's a nice glass of wine, I'd say.
It's easy drinking. Like this is a wine that would be hard. If you have a white wine lover, you'd be hard pressed for them not to just love it.
Yeah. I feel like, yes, this would be a crowd pleaser for most people.
Totally. And I think
summer is a great call for this too.
Yeah, and I think people would be like, that's a Rioja? I wouldn't have even thought of that. Wouldn't even cross somebody's mind.
It's really nice.
It's really nice. Yeah. What food would you have with this CVNE Monopole?
Well, definitely you can do seafood. Like I could see a shrimp scampi pasta dish too, with garlic. I think it would be really good.
Fish.
Any kind of fish, yeah. I think shellfish. I mean, like you love the vongole.
Pasta con vongole with clams.
That would be...
Remember those clams? What were the clams we had that were so good?
They were amazing.
That was in
Portugal.
That was in Portugal. Was it in Coimbra? It was like the best dish we had the whole time we were there.
Coimbra.
Maybe. I don't know. It was like the best thing we had.
It was so delicious. Yeah. It was really good.
This would be perfect with it.
I feel like for me, this is definitely I could see doing a nice fillet of fish too. I don't think you need like a heavy...
the fillet of fish, like the...
a little McDonald's.
The fish witch?
Fish witch? Anybody out there like a fish witch? Okay, no, it's a fillet of fish. For all these years, people in my family tease me because I call it a fish witch. Any fish witch lovers. Anyway, but yeah, I think this is a fresh fish type. I mean, you could do sushi. I don't think you really want to do a heavy breaded fish with this.
Well, I could do fish and chips. I think it'd be great.
Okay, yeah.
I also do spicy foods with this. I think it'd be really nice with some spicy foods, Indian foods or Thai foods or Chinese foods. I think it'd be great.
Yes.
This is a very gastronomic wine. This is a very food-friendly wine.
Yeah, I agree. For some reason, I would definitely have this with fish, like with a fresh fish or sea fish. Shellfish. I can't talk tonight. I don't know.
Well, let's rate this wine as a reminder. On our rating scale, we rate on a scale of 1 to 10. We don't give any half points. 7 and above means that we'd buy it. 4 and below means we're going to pour it down the sink. And 5 or 6 means, hey, thanks for serving it. We like this, but we're not going to buy it. Okay, let's not be crazy. So, Carmela, what rating are you giving the CVNE Monopole wine?
Well, I just think it's a shoo-in, like, for a good wine. I just feel like it's easy. Like, for me, it's definitely an 8.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I part of me thinks I would go higher, but because it just seems like it would be a reliable bottle that's going to please a lot of people.
Totally reliable. And it's $15.
I mean, that's insanity.
You can find a lot of $15 bottles of wine that are not this good.
No. So that's the hard thing. I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm a little torn between a 7 and an 8. Like, I really like it. I would definitely 100% buy it. It's kind of simple, which is not bad.
No.
It's not bad at all. So I think I'm going to stick with a 7, but I reserve the right to move it up to an 8. But people, purchase this wine. We are giving it a buy.
Right.
And I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a break, and we're going to try our next wine.
Okay.
Okay, we're back and we're ready to try our next wine. This is the Sierra de Tolono Rioja Blanco. It's from Rioja, Spain. It's a 2024. It was $24.97 at wine.com. Again, 11.5% alcohol, so it's low. 100% Viura, Wine Advocate, and Vinius gave it a 92. I couldn't find a Vivino, but 92 is a very high rating. The bottle's totally different. It's like a normal Chardonnay kind of looking bottle. Okay, let's talk about the color.
I want to say maybe it's a hint darker.
Yeah, it's more, I don't know.
Mustard.
Mustardy? Okay.
I mean, it's obviously see-through.
Yeah.
But
it's not Dijon.
No, but it has a little, I mean, it's kind of yellow. I just want to say it's yellow.
It's yellow.
It's like a Gatorade yellow.
There you go. Okay, I like it. All right, let's see what we smell.
Wow, this one is...
It's got a little bit more going on, I feel like.
It does. It's almost got a little caramel on it. Caramel. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Caramel, but I think that must be the oak, the little bit of oak. But I'm getting a little more orange.
Oh, like a candied orange?
Yeah. And like an apple, but like a really crispy, juicy apple, like a Cosmic Crisp or something,
We like a Cosmic Crisp. Yeah, it's a little richer in scent, for sure.
Well, this is the one that was on the lees and a little bit of oak. So it's got that creaminess. Like you can smell a little bit of the creaminess.
Yeah, the vanilla caramel hint to it for sure. Yeah. Now, I'm not actually getting as much apple on it unless it's like an apple turnover.
Oh, I like that.
Kind of thing. A little bit lower, like apple filling.
Yeah, you know what I'm actually kind of getting is a little melon, like a little cantaloupe or honeydew. I'm getting a little melon.
Yeah,
I think
or
it's
even,
that creaminess.
you said cantaloupe, right? I'm kind of getting that too.
But it's nice. It's got a little bit of depth to it, I feel like, this wine. All right, well, should we taste it?
We should.
Let's do it. This is a really nice wine.
It's smooth.
It's smooth, but it's almost got spiciness to it. It's got like
a baking spice, like a clove or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's really nice. It's rich. It's juicy and fruity, like it's fresh tasting, but you can tell that it does have a little bit more body on it with from the lees and stuff. Like it's really nice. It's a little more appley on the front than I thought it was going to be, but really nice citrus on the back and really ends nice and clean.
Yeah, your tongue is cleaned off.
Totally clean. Yeah. So you're getting that stone, that seashell again. Is super nice.
Yeah, it is. And it is. It's definitely fuller bodied, again, with with maybe a little bit on the oak, just enough.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a nice balance, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's different from the other wine. It's not like worlds different, but it's richer. It's got a little bit more body going on. It's a little bit different of an experience.
Yeah.
Still nice and crisp and fresh,
I think so.
but different.
Yeah, but it's just it is. It's just a little richer. You can definitely tell it's been a little bit on oak. Just a hint of it.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
And nice that it's less alcohol, like light alcohol. 11.5% is really low.
Right.
What food would you have with this?
I think mostly a lot of the same, really. I think too, though, this wine could probably handle something, like a pasta that's a little bit richer.
A white pasta, pesto.
Like a pesto would be good. Or you could do a cream sauce with this too. So I think a little bit more, like the other one was just such a light wine.
Yeah.
This one, I think, could handle a little bit more.
Chicken.
I mean, like you could do like a pad thai.
Yeah.
Chicken
dishes would be really nice. Baked chicken would be really good. A stuffed chicken would be really good with this.
Yeah, I agree.
I think even some grilled foods would be really nice with this, like grilled meats and grilled chicken, I think would be really nice.
And these are I'm thinking breakfast foods. But
whoa. That's because of the resveratrol. Like I'm feeling healthy. I don't know about you.
Oh my gosh. We could have this morning, noon, and night.
Yeah, because it's so good for you too.
I mean, right.
Antioxidants.
You have an excuse now.
Polyphenols.
Right. Morning, glass of wine.
So what were you going to have in the morning? A breakfast sausage?
I was just thinking, well, maybe, but I was thinking of like a potato dish. But you could do that with
like Grandma Marie's potato delicious.
But you could do like a scallop potato. I know that's more dinner. I'm trying to think more dinner.
No, I'm out of it for breakfast too.
Yeah, so I think that would be really good with
this. Good. Yeah. Oh, good. I agree with you. What rating are you going to give this wine?
I'm going to give this one. I'm going to give it an 8 as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely giving this one an 8. I'm tempted to go higher. Like it's a really nice wine.
Knocking your socks off.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm going to stick with an 8, but it's a really nice wine.
Good.
God, I'm really tempted. Let me think about it. Okay, which one of these wines are you finishing tonight?
I would be happy with either.
But which one are you finishing?
So I think I'm going to go for the Sierra.
Really? The second one? Yeah. Okay, good. Me too. We're going to fight over it. Okay, let's talk about the taste profiles and see if we nailed them. In general, Viura is citrusy and lean with lime peel, lemon verbena, honeydew melon. Floral scent, we got those. Floral scents with herbs like marjoram, tarragon, and anise. Can have salinity and honeycomb.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. And then when aged, it may be more like roasted pineapple, caramelized honey, preserved lime, and candied tarragon, which I've never heard of, as well as nougat and butterscotch.
Ah, I like that.
The Cooney, the winery says, pale yellow in color, this wine reveals clean, precise aromas of white flowers and fresh fruits such as pineapple, banana, and apple. We did get some like citrus, but I don't know if we were getting like banana and pineapple. On the palate, it shines with balance and harmony, offering a smooth, approachable texture and a lingering floral and fruity finish. And Skurnik wine says seductive sense of spring, white flowers, and fresh tropical fruit lead into a luxurious palate.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the Sierra de Tolono, the winery says on the nose, the wine is very floral with slightly toasted notes. There's a silky aspect on the palate with big acidity. Wine Advocate says clean, fresh, and herbal with notes of fennel and aniseed as well as some floral notes. It's funny, we weren't getting as much like these herbs and flowers.
No.
I didn't really feel like we were getting them. And then Vinia says fennel, wild herbs, and a note of soft green apple lead the nose. On the palate, it's intense, precise, and fresh with a lightly creamy texture gently shaped by soft, chalky tension. So,
okay.
crisp edge with subtle creaminess. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, what's your verdict?
Oh, I think it's nice. I will drink this happily.
Will you?
Yeah.
Is it on the list now?
Oh, for sure. I think we need it. We might have to bump something off to put this on.
I agree. Like, this is a wine we would never have tried, and it is excellent.
Yeah.
Like, two
Very
wines we would buy, very nice wines, very fresh and fruity, and really excellent. I really like them. So they're on the list. Okay, now it's time to head over to our news desk so we can cover our Wine in the News this week segment, Carmela. Wine in the News this week. This week, our Wine in the News comes to us from Leanne Coliran, writing for CNN, and the article is entitled Rare Wines Stashed Away in a Castle Cellar for a Century and Once Considered Undrinkable Head to Sale. Oh. Yeah. So right away, this feels like kind of a good story, and the short version of the story is this. 2 bottles of 1870 Chateau Lafite
Oh, wow.
were found sitting in the catacombs of a Scottish castle, and they are about to sell at auction for up to $50,000 each.
Whoa.
Now, there are some details that we need to go through. Glamis Castle, which is in Scotland, about 12 miles from Dundee, and is where Queen Elizabeth II's mother grew up, and where Princess Margaret was actually born, has a wine cellar they literally call the catacombs. It was built in 1765, and somewhere in those catacombs, the 13th Earl of Strathmore had been sitting on 48 bottles of 1870 Chateau Lafite that he purchased in 1878.
Oh, my goodness.
When they first opened some of these bottles back in the 1970s, the verdict was this. They were undrinkable. They were bad, too astringent. So they left the rest of them.
Oh, wow.
But a wine expert named Michael Broadbent from Christie's, who's described the cellar as Aladdin's Cave, which is kind of fun,
cute.
he determined that these bottles have reached balance and flavor perfection.
Wow.
Which is kind of weird.
I mean, it took a long time.
Yeah, and then in the 70s, they were like, this is crap. 2 of the surviving magnums, so they're magnums, they're heading to Sotheby's as part of an auction called Immortal Vintages, which features over 250 lots of Bordeaux spanning 2 centuries. And the 2 Lafite magnums alone are estimated to sell for $30,000 to $50,000 each.
My goodness.
So
Amazing.
This is pre-phylloxera wine, Carmela. So remember, we talked about phylloxera and Viura and Rioja and all that kind of stuff. This is wine that was made before that happened. So that's kind of remarkable.
Crazy.
So, Carmela,
Yes.
if you found 2 bottles of 1870 Chateau Lafite in a catacomb, would you taste them or would you sell them?
Oh man, I just can't. I can't be drinking that wine. You would drink them. I'd tie a bow and give it to somebody.
I think I do. I think I do one of each. You know what I do? This is what I do. I wouldn't sell them. What I'd do is I'd sell a tasting. I'd be like, hey, I'm not going to give you these wines.
Gosh. What would you sell it for? What would
I don't
the
know.
price be?
Maybe like you have 6 people come to the tasting and you charge them $10,000 each.
What?
Yeah. And you say, we're going to drink both of these bottles.
That's amazing.
I don't know. Maybe
What a
that's
good
not,
idea.
I guess I could sell them, but then I wouldn't be able to taste them. So this,
That's
you get the
a
best of both
great
worlds.
idea.
See? Anyway. Okay, Carmela, we have some good listener shout outs this week, and we always appreciate it when you reach out. We love it. We always respond. We love to hear what you're doing and you're drinking and all that kind of stuff. So East Idaho Foodies asked us about doing an episode on wines from Idaho, and they called out a winery called Scoria specifically. So we'll be on the lookout.
Okay.
I don't think Idaho wines are going to be super easy to find, even though we're in a neighboring state. I just
Right.
don't know, but we'll try.
Might have to take a road trip.
We might. Hassini reached out and she said the rainbow pet nat was not as mousy as we expressed that it was. And this is one of the things about pet nat and natural wines is that one bottle may taste very different from another.
Right.
So she may have gotten just a different experience
Yeah,
with
I
it.
like hearing that. Interesting, huh?
Now, Adrian reached out and said she didn't know those wiggy looking things on microphones are windscreens that I talked about. So thanks, Adrian, for watching our video. Janine thanked us for the Oregon Pinot Noir episode because she and her husband are in the midst of planning a trip to the Willamette Valley.
Cool.
Very
Have a
worthwhile
great time,
doing. Yeah,
huh?
let us know all about it. Bud recently purchased a sherry to try over ice cream as we recommended, and he really liked it.
Oh, good.
And then he and his wife are headed to Portugal and Spain on a Viking cruise in a few weeks.
Wow.
So I gave him a few ideas.
Nice.
Yeah, and he gave us also an idea for wine in the news, so maybe we'll bring that one in.
Awesome.
Timmy and Adam responded to our newsletter, and Timmy just got back from Burgundy and Champagne.
No
So,
way.
like, Timmy, come on, why
what did
didn't
he
you tell
say
us?
about all this?
I don't know. He said he's lucky, but I'm like, Timmy, why didn't you let us know? Maybe
Need
we
to hear
would have come
more.
with you.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. And then Fred sent us a voice message on our website. We've had a couple of voice messages, and he mentioned that he had some 1973 Chateau Mouton Rothschilds. And from what I could tell, it sounds like you might want to sell them. So if anyone's interested, let us know. I can get you in touch with Fred. But I told him I'm not like an expert. Like I've had one, so I don't know what to do with this information. But if you want to get in touch with Fred, let me know.
You're the middleman.
There we go. Maybe I'll charge for it.
What?
I want to taste it. You got to give me a taste. That's it. Okay, some wines coming up in future episodes in case you want to drink along with us. We're going to do Frappato. We're going to do 2 Buck Chuck. By the way, if you go to our show notes, you'll see exactly the wines that we're drinking, the vintage, everything. Again, 2 Buck Chuck, Lebanese wines, Italian Sangiovese that's not Chianti, all sauce Pinot Gris, and we went to Costco. Carmela and I went to Costco the other night, and so we have a bunch of Costco bottles that we're going to do. I have a couple of Bordeaux, including the 2023 Pauliac and the 2023 San Julien. We also got the Kirkland Chateauneuf de Pape, and we're going to do some Moscato.
That's why this bill was so high.
That's right. She was like, what did we spend money on?
I was
I'm
like,
"Well, I don't know."
wow.
Yeah.
Well, we had a good shopping date.
It's kind of amazing that even though it's just 2 of us now in the house, we can still do some damage.
Oh, no problem. I think it's almost worse sometimes.
Might be, especially when I'm in the wine section.
Yeah.
Like,
Now I always know why you want to come along.
yeah. And she always is like, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And then I have to like carry these bottles down the aisle. Carmela, where are you? I call her, where are you now? Because I'm about to drop them. Anyway, but with that, thank you for listening to us and supporting our show. And remember, we buy all our own wine and we do all the writing and recording and editing to bring you a show every week because we love doing it. And our small little ask is that you please follow or subscribe to our podcast and also leave us a nice rating and review to help us grow our listeners. And a huge thank you to all of you who have done so already. And you can also follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky, the Wine Pair Podcast. You can contact us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com, and sign up for our email newsletter there. And you can also visit our shop wine section where you can find links to buy the wines that we rate as buys in each episode. And we want to make content that you care about and you like, so send us a note or DM us, give us some feedback, let us know if there's wines you want us to try or winemaking areas of the world that you're curious about, and we will take care of it. And we always respond, so reach out to us at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com. But with that, we're going to sign off, so thank you once again. We'll see you next time. And as we like to say, life is short, so stop drinking shitty wine. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And the happy ending at the end of our story. Always think too much, always drink too much, always pray too much, always play too much. And when I'm with you too much, I fall in love too much. too much.